Hi everybody, how you doing? Ellie here, and today we have Mara, Lindsay,
Hey.
Melanie.
Cheers.
Hi everyone. Cheers. We've all got our Christmas drinks.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And I haven't seen you in so long, so we need to get together for a holiday cheers.
It has been a minute.
So what are you drinking there, Mara?
I'm super excited about my drink. It's a cider. It's a warm cider, but there was like a charity thing and they sent me like cocktails at home, and it's this like dried spices, and it's supposed to be whiskey, but I put rum in it. But it's got cane sugar, cassia cinnamon, sweet cinnamon, lemon peel, orange peel, and spices. So I've been soaking my rum, and then I put it in some hot cider, and it is delicious.
That sounds amazing.
Good, yeah, I like it. And Melanie, what do you have there?
I just have a bottle of wine, but I love drinking out of this big, huge mug, no matter if I'm drinking water or hot chocolate or wine for the holidays. So I always have my big Christmas mug, and so that's what I'm drinking out of. Cheers.
Cheers. And Lindsay, what are you drinking there?
Since it's a special occasion, I'm drinking just a little champagne, not my usual sparkling water with lemon. That's what I usually have at our happy hours. Tonight is special, so we're breaking out the real stuff.
Yeah.
In that kind of year. It is not a water with lemon kind of year.
I know.
What about you, Ellie? What do you have?
December already, you know, like the year has flown by, but it seems like it's also lasted a long time. So it's like time passing through a black hole. It goes all stretchy and elastic, and now we're passing through the black hole. It's going doing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you drinking, Ellie?
I have homemade Glühwein. So usually I would be drinking this in a German Christmas market, but I've had to make it myself at home. But I am celebrating because it's in a kind of a German mug, if you like.
Very nice.
Awesome. Did anybody go outside tonight and look to the southwest and see the beautiful conjunction that happened?
Beautiful. Yes, every night this week I've been watching it progress, and then tonight was exceptional.
That's awesome. I thought it was pretty, a little bit profound. We were doing this tonight, all of us coming together on the same night. That was kind of when the planets kind of aligned, because I know this year was kind of crazy, but then there's also been some things that have aligned and like kind of all made sense, you know, when you put it into perspective. So, yeah, so I'm happy to be here. Happy to see you ladies.
Yeah, good to see you guys too. It's the end of the year. We're still in the middle of our COVID pandemic, like it is everywhere around the world, but it's the end of the year. And I was thinking that it seems like it's been a transition. You've either had to adapt, and there are businesses still struggling, and everyone's still trying to pivot, change directions, but there's also been a lot of transition too. People finding new opportunities, going to different companies, promotions have been had. So it's interesting. Things keep moving on, and I'm excited for everyone who's doing something new. I think I always get excited about the end of the year and a new year. I'm always hopeful, like what's new that's going to happen, and all the possibilities. So to our extended network out there that we've all been talking to, that it has a new opportunity or is pivoting, transitioning through this season, we hear you, we see you. Cheers to you.
We salute you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And
Cheers.
Mara, you are one of the first people to get a straight up promotion. So can you tell us about the new work that you're working on now?
They get a promotion. Well, there's a few people on this screen that have some news and announcements and things, but yeah, promotion. But I mean, honestly, I feel like the biggest transition this year, to sound like a broken record, is the the impression that the world has of 3D printing
Mm.
has transitioned from perhaps not having an impression at all, or having an impression that, you know, it's fun toys for the garage, or that it's only used for ridiculous scientific things that you need like tons and tons of training for. It has transitioned into something that pretty much everybody in the world has now seen with our PPE efforts. And
Yes,
I think that
yes,
that,
I wanna shout out Lindsay for that. So
yeah.
I never thought I would be in the,
Stay on
you know, in the face shield business, but
Yeah, medical devices. It's not a
Yeah.
medical device.
yes.
It's not a medical device. I'm taking these off. They're 99 cents, but they really hurt my nose. So in my new, really what I've been focusing on, to answer your actual question, is kind of catalyzing that and working with a number of, I mean, Matter Hackers, of course, had the Maker Response Hub, and we delivered 70, I did a recount, it was like 76,000 and change PPE across the country. But most importantly, the story that needs to be told and brought into next year are the makers, the schools, the businesses that pivoted, all of the people that in our case have desktop 3D printers that were able to put them to work. And how can we use this momentum with the new administration coming in to really shine a light on the impact that new technology and advanced manufacturing is having and is going to have in in the very near future, and how can we like get some organization and some funds going into those technologies, and then also how can we really focus on STEM education, equity, representation, getting money flowing to the school, the next generation of workforce to go out and get really great paying jobs in like all y'all's companies and in my company as well. And also to make sure that we're actually prepared on a national level for another emergency, whether it's something that we need medical equipment, or we need replacement parts, or we need to be able to send people into, you know, God forbid, a disaster area to just make stuff. So there's this movement that I'm kind of just having conversations and advocating for. So yeah, I'm no longer, writing quotes. I love to write quotes. If you need a quote, let me know. I'll write you a quote. But I'm really really excited and inspired by our community and the difference that we made with no guidance and no funds. And like, think about the difference that we can make in the next 5-10 years if we have like a little guidance and a little funds. So it's really freed me up, being the VP of Strategic Partnerships. It's freed me up to do that work.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you for asking, Ellie.
Congratulations. Cheers to Mara.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheers.
It's fun. It's honestly, it's it's an honor to contribute in any way that I can. And then Ellie got 8 zillion comments on her LinkedIn when she announced her transition. Can we talk about it?
Yeah. Well, I spend an amazing time at Relativity Space, and then there was a great opportunity to go and help Trump USA. So I'm doing that. I'm industry manager now. This is like this is my 3.5 week. And so they've given me a nice, easy transition into the company, get to know people, get to know the software systems and all that kind of thing. I'm sure that after the Christmas holiday, they're going to throw the hammer down on me though. But no, it's really great. I think they're like, unparalleled in laser technology. And I've always known them as being like the #1 world leader in anywhere you go. If you go to someone's shop and you see laser welding, cutting, stamping, drilling, that kind of thing, and now 3D printing. So for me, that's really cool. And I get to work in aerospace, which is obviously the industry sector that I like the most. but I'm also going to get challenged a bit because I'm going to be working in medical, and that's not really my field, but that's also something that I think is very cool and can benefit from, like you said, you know, everything that we've learned in 3D printing and how we can make things better. And so now we're seeing lots of things where, especially with COVID, like how can 3D printing help in all kinds of aspects of medical care, whether it's drug delivery, devices, implants, it could be even scanning or, you know, vision systems or anything. So honestly, that world is huge. And I've got to say that medical care is pretty much always going to be there. So yeah, that's
always a need.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
Congratulations. They are
Awesome.
lucky. The entire industry is lucky to have you, and just the energy you bring to everything, and the enthusiasm and the support that you give to just everybody in the industry that's doing something great. It's just, you know, we see you, we appreciate you. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So it's the great reshuffle for everybody, which will make things really exciting because, you know, no matter where you are, and where you're working, you know, network and relationships prevail. So it's going to be exciting to align with people in their new roles at new companies, new initiatives at our companies that we've stayed at. So I'm looking forward to it. We also, well, we're going to kick off 2021 with the Women in 3D Printing Conference. So Melanie is one of the chairs. And so I was thinking maybe you could just give the people a little tidbit about our conference that's coming up in January.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be amazing. It's the first only all-female speaking conference. It's happening January 27th and 28th. It is free to register. So go to the Women in 3D Printing website, or you can just search for TYPE, T-I-P-E, Women in 3D Printing, and go direct to the conference link and sign up. It's free. There's nothing to lose. There's an amazing speaker lineup. We are still going through and announcing the speakers, but I can tell you that you'll get to hear from everyone on this call tonight. So I'm excited about that. So in case you haven't heard, TYPE stands for Technology, Innovation, People, and Economics. Those are 4 of the tracks. And then we also added a youth track to inspire the next generation of up-and-coming 3D printing professionals and hobbyists. So I'm actually leading the industry track, so I'm super excited. We're going to hear from leaders in the automotive industry, aerospace industry, oil and gas, consumer goods, fashion. Super excited. Some about the creative side from Lindsay. So super excited about that track. Oh, and Mara in my track is also leading a medical application panel. So
Nice.
Very excited to be a part of that conference and to all the amazing women speakers. And don't worry if you haven't been notified yet. We're still kind of working through the notifications and the final scheduling, but sign up and it'll be amazing.
I think it's such an inclusive track line, and I'm really excited that we added the youth track line too, because I have been talking to some of our youth initiative leaders and they have big plans. I'm so excited, and connecting them with some of the universities in the LA area is how I've been involved recently, but they gave me some insight into some of the things that they're going to be doing. And why I get so excited about working with youth initiatives is they're so passionate. Their ideas are so incredible. Their activism is really inspiring, motivating, and this group has all of that. So I'm excited about the youth conference and those initiatives going for more of that in 2021 as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been actually on those calls every week. I'm one of the advisors for the next gen, we've decided to call it. And Janet, Janet, of course, is leading it, and Karina, and it's just a number of young women who are just so passionate about this industry. We're going to have like playing cards, like baseball cards for professional women, and what their jobs are, and how they got their jobs, like what the career path is for those kinds of jobs. There's going to be a newsletter. There's going to be events. It's just really great energy, and it really does bring the professional and the academic together, because it's these young people that need to know what they need to learn to get the jobs of the future, and they're going to be doing the hiring of the future. So it's really the conversation just really rich and really impactful. So I agree with you. Thank you for shining a light on the next gen women in 3D printing efforts.
Really accomplished young women, for being such a young age, really inspiring. So excited for their work, and the university students that I've spoken with are equally as excited and want to engage, and making immediate action, increasing the women presence in their shop studios, and and networking, and getting support from their male colleagues as well. So really exciting to see the next generation take hold in the organization as well, and in the industry.
Speaking of shops and studios, what's happening with you at this year end, Lindsay? What kind of transitions are you looking forward to for next year?
I'm just going to keep plugging away, really. I have some exciting production projects coming up in February that I'll be rolling out and working on with new clients this year. It was interesting because for me, my business definitely slowed down. I do work a lot in the creative and entertainment field, and it did slow down a little bit. My customer base is very diverse, being a service bureau. So for that reason, I've been doing okay. But it seems like that's slowly picking up, and it's again, pivoting and working with new clients at a time, when people are really pulling back on business, I think is promising. So I'll just be kind of plugging away all next year and continuing to try to grow. And, my skill set as well as professionally and the company as well. I'm going to try and catch my breath after this end of the year, though. Man, it's been a year.
Yeah.
Hopefully take some time off and refresh.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm taking a couple days off just to stay home, and I don't know, we might go skiing for a day, since skiing seems to be safe and open.
Outdoors.
So we'll see. Hopefully we can
wearing
make it
a
there.
mask.
Yeah, that's right. I'm built-in mask.
Skiing from San Diego.
Oh, we just go to like Big Bear area.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So easy, get up early and you can come back the same day.
Mm-hmm.
We don't usually go all the way to Big Bear. We go to a couple smaller places that are on the way there, because I have 3 little ones, and so they just need a big bunny hill and some intermediate hills, and they're happy.
Oh, like Mount Baldy or somewhere?
It's we go to Snow Summit, and then there's one other one that we go to. It's not Mount Baldy. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a really small one, but it's perfect for learning.
Does your Muppet go with you?
No, because he doesn't have any hair and he would freeze. So he does come to the office with me occasionally, and I always bring along his heated blanket. But we did have our Christmas party on Friday, and he wore his Santa suit because everybody wanted to see him in it. He actually really likes wearing a Santa suit because I think it's really warm. So don't you, Cowboy? This is Cowboy. You want to say hi? He wanted to come up here. So say hi. Hi.
And Melanie, how many people do you have at Formaloy now?
We have 12 full-time employees now, and then we're using subcontractors a lot to fill in for surge support until we hire a few more next year. So we're growing quickly, and we have some big plans for next year that I'm really excited about, and starting to put those plans in place. So I hope that you guys can come down soon and see what we're doing and see our new big machine and all that.
Oh yeah,
I would love to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my vaccine first whenever they let the general public get at it. So.
May still be a minute. Southern
Yeah,
California.
I know.
Yeah.
Southern California is not doing great.
I know, we're like the epicenter now. The heck? It wasn't me.
Next year will be better. Next year will be better. It's so weird to be going into, like this is the time of year where I'd be like bugging my CFO or where am I staying in Vegas? Where did you get the rooms? What's going on? Yes, it's time. Come on. And it's just so weird. Like I remember, rumors of this, this disease had started around this time last year to when I was at CES. I remember looking around like, should I be touching that? But then especially when I got back, yeah. Memories.
Yeah, we didn't know anything about it. I was in London over December for a couple of my Premier League football games. And when I got back, I was sick like you wouldn't believe. And I said, I'm going to call in to work and say, I can't come in, I'm sick, I don't want to give everybody my sickness. And they were like, thank you. And I actually caught up on all the episodes of Daredevil on Netflix that I didn't watch. But anyway, I finished the whole series. And after that, I was still not able to get off on my feet. And I was like, wow, I can't remember being this sick for like ages. And I went to the urgent care and to get antibiotics. And the guy said, yeah, I think you have flu. And would you like to get a test? I go, how much is it? He said, oh, it's $25. I said, you want me to pay $25 to take a test to tell me that I have the flu? When I know I have the flu anyway. But I'm stupid because I should have taken the test because that would have told me if I'd actually had it. And so I said no, because I didn't want to pay $25 to tell me that I already had flu.
We didn't know.
No, we had no idea then.
Did you get the antibody test?
I didn't do the antibody test till months later, and it was negative.
Okay.
So if I'd had antibodies, they could have gone. But I don't know what it was. And then my doctor says, I don't think you had it. I think you had just a regular flu, like the seasonal. So there's no way to know. But now when I go to my urgent care, I see people wrapped around the block waiting to get a test. So it is indeed scary. And it's, it's all we can do to stay home, stay safe, try and flatten the curve and, keep our healthcare professionals with the least amount of stress as we can, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to ask, what's one thing that you learned this year applying to business and life because of this pandemic? So like, for example, I used to be I'm a planner, like historically. I need to plan mostly because I'm traveling for work. I'm doing stuff for my gigs. Like I have to plan because I have plans and I have to get things in the middle. But it got me to the point where I was uncomfortable if I didn't know like really what was coming down the line. And it's taken me 9 months, but like a couple of weeks ago, I really noticed that I am so not only comfortable with not having a plan, but I default to like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Never mind a month from now or 6 months from now. 2020 has given us like the best PTSD of like, no, seriously, anything can happen. You have no idea. And for someone like me, there's like a freedom in that of not having to know and just getting comfortable with I'm going to have a general idea. I'm going to have goals. I'm going to, write things down and whatever. But like, there's no upset if something doesn't happen, or there's beautiful surprises and miracles that happen when I'm just letting go and not attached to my plan, and other things happen. That's something that I've really learned and hope that I can take with me from 2020. Lindsay, how about you?
I think it's a question that, I could come up with probably a million things because I'm sure we're all walking around grateful and, in retrospect, sort of what has been the takeaway. I always like a plan as well, but my expectation is that a plan is never going to happen the way I've planned it. So I'm pretty comfortable with the ebb and flows of plans going awry.
Yeah, you've got 4 kids. That's the difference. I have 3 kids.
Yeah, I mean, nothing ever goes to plan. I mean, I could think of a million different angles, and we may hit some of that, but I'm pretty comfortable when it doesn't, because that's always my expectation. I think resilience. I felt, as a business owner, I think you're always wondering sort of, what could take me out or what could happen. And I felt like that could happen. But I'm still here. We're still all surviving. I'm definitely going to get out in the field more. I mean, I think I always put that off, and now I'll be running to everyone's office to say hi. I'm pretty confident that 2021 is also going to be like a total bust, because everyone's just going to be partying and needing a lot of vacation. So I'm going to just kind of go with the flow for 2021 as well. And then maybe 2022 we'll get back to business. Not that I'm planning 2 years out. So I am a planner. I lie. But yeah.
Ellie, what are you taking for a lesson from this year?
Well, number one, I am super grateful. I am grateful that I kept my job when so many didn't. I am grateful that I kept my health. I never got infected, but I've been super paranoid, washing my hands, social distancing. I've been making masks. Like, I've sewed over 300 masks. I give most of them away. But, and even like to people's kids and things, I figured out how to sew masks for kids, which I didn't even know how to do. So I learned some new skills about myself. I lost 17 pounds. So I didn't think, I was like, I'm stuck at home anyway, and I can't go to the gym. So I'm going to do a workout video. Now's the time to not feel sorry for yourself when so many people have so little. And so that's really, practice gratitude. And then one other thing that I understand what you guys said about being flexible, but I've kind of gone the other way, and I've been really intentional. So I remember what Laura Ely told us a couple of months ago when we spoke to her about, being intentional and trying to do the things that really matter to you and the things that you really want to do. And so I don't always get there, but I'm trying to go through life with being more intentional now, with having a thought as to what will happen, but also, like you guys said, being open to, if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to get too upset about it, but I'll go with it. But to me, it's a better, I'll quote Ming the Merciless from the movie Flash Gordon, flinging your bodies out into the void of space with no knowing what is out there. I don't want to do that anymore.
That's a good plan. Yeah, I mean, I the first word that came to mind when we started talking about this was definitely resiliency. And, in some ways, resiliency is being able to adapt when your path changes. So I think that's been really important. The other thing that has kind of been a theme is just keep on going. And you don't know what tomorrow brings, but all you can do every day is do your best. And you can choose in the face of adversity to kind of shut down and give up and just, sit on the couch all day or whatever and just say, oh, this is it, there's nothing to do. Or you can put that much more effort in it and keep going and going and going. And we've seen that. I've seen that personally really pay off this year. Like, just keep on going, put in extra efforts. And I think it's brought our family closer together. It's brought friends closer together, even though we haven't seen each other. And it's certainly brought our team at work much closer together, because we've all kind of gotten through it together. We've all given it our all and gotten through it and even been able to thrive. And so definitely sending gratitude to my team, my family, my friends, you ladies, and really the AM community in general that has really thrived, throughout this pandemic. So
I got to thank
all
you
of
guys
you
for your friendship as well, because It's just knowing that somebody's out there and someone, you know, just have a friendly ear. And yeah, we all go through ups and downs, and this year's been just real sort of like highs and lows, but you know, you guys have always been there, so I want to thank you for that.
Agreed. I got a lot of mentorship this year and a lot of support from colleagues this year. It was surprising, but I mean, because you can have good relationships, but it's always surprising when someone champions you or, you know, takes time out of their day to support you on an idea or talk to you. And I think there's a lot more conversations that have been happening this year that, you know, are more meaningful, directed, intentional. So that's been a good year for that. So we'll kick off 2021 with the TYPE conference. Everybody register, go connect with people, and then in February we'll get on the Remo platform for LA, and then we can network. If you heard somebody speak and maybe they're from our area, you know, we can kind of gather ourselves after the takeaways from January, get together in February, and be able to maybe do some real networking on that platform. Exchange ideas and thoughts about that after.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about March for our International Women's Day, which is the highlight of my March.
I'm glad Lindsay's on planning duty.
I'm planning duty. I know, right?
I'm planning duty.
I'm going to put Mara in charge of planning duty. I think I've discovered from this call she is a really good planner and enjoys this, so I think it's better if she plans rather than the person who plans for the plan not to come out as expected.
Well, I think we make a good team anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was great talking to you. I just do want to shout out a couple of people. So Nora, our fearless leader, of course. Hi, Nora. And Christina Perla, she made the title and end cards that we're going to see on this video. So she did that with like 1 day's notice. So thank you so much, Christina. One of these days we'll sort ourselves out with proper title and end cards. But in the meantime, yes, cheers to you all.
Cheers to everybody. Oh,
this is a 3D printed bell, by the way. So I had to throw it off a little bit. But it sounds beautiful.
Melanie, you're like Elf on the Shelf today.
I have the whole entire getup on.
Oh, he's dressed like an elf. I love it.
Cool.
I have many of these holiday festive outfits, and I wear them, and I wear them to work now, and it's great. And then I forget I'm wearing them, and I like go to the post office or something, and everyone's looking at me, and then I realize I'm dressed like an elf or a gingerbread like I was dressed the other day or whatever it might be. So, but it's all fun.
How fun. You're bringing cheer
Cheers
to people on the streets.
I'm singing.
Exactly.
I'm in a
this is my, I just got this year. This is my new holiday sweater. This is my 90s holiday sweater.
That's awesome.
Quite excited.
Mara, do you have any Christmas recordings that are out there that we can listen to, or any live virtual shows planned?
No live virtual shows. I don't have any holiday music. If you go to iTunes, Mara and the Big Rock Stars is the name of my band, and we have a song called Peace and Rock and Roll. It's not specifically holiday, but I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty. The choruses or the pre-choruses, I could use some good news right now, and it's kind of about, you know, getting good energy to get through a bad time. Oh, you're on mute, Melanie.
Oh,
so
that sounds amazing.
You can check that out.
Actually, if you send me the link, I'll put it in the description, and I'll put also the link to the TYPE conference as well in the description.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, so nice to see you. Virtual hug.
Virtual hugs. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy Kwanzaa, anybody that's watching. Happy Hanukkah. Happy all the things. And Happy New Year.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.